Right. Okay. So let's talk about the Oscars shortlist because why not? It's funny.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. So the Oscars shortlist announced. They've been consistently getting worse viewership year on year out.
Yeah.
It's not going to improve, is it? Like it's not going to improve. Does anyone care? I didn't even know this was coming. And this is what I do. You know, this is what I do. This is the world that I'm involved in. And I didn't even know this was coming. I just don't. I don't give a shit anymore. Do you?
I think the only people that care are actual fans of films that were big hits, like a Top Gun, fans of Top Gun, fans of Elvis, fans of RRR. But most of these films are it's political garbage. And
Well, yeah.
no, I mean, look at these categories, man. Let's go through them. Not the short film stuff, but or docs, because I can't really speak on those. I know the David Bowie one got nominated.
Feature film.
Yeah. So Argentina 1985 is actually a really good film. It's on Prime Video. I did a review on that.
Okay.
That's a historical courtroom drama, like
right.
Basically Argentina's militia, does a genocide in the 70s, and this is finally the biggest trial against those guys. It's really good,
right.
really good. Here's where some of the political garbage happened with India's film festival. Well, that film committee did not vote RRR for their own out of their own. They didn't consider it for their own.
They didn't push it for consideration, basically,
to represent India. They got this bozo film in there, and
which is what? What is this film like?
The last film show, which
never
no
heard
one
of it.
is
RRR, heard of that? Not heard of the last film show. This is the thing about the Oscars. Normally, it's literally a case of what films haven't. It's spot the film you've actually heard of and watched. Generally speaking, that's what the Oscars are. It's like, well, which one of these did I actually watch? Because barely any of them, like.
And I heard all Quiet on the Western Front is really good, and that is.
Yeah, I've heard good things about that.
Yeah,
I've heard good things.
And as well as Bardo being a very strange film from Inarritu, and EO from Poland. But
okay.
And Robert Meyer Burnett loves Decision to Love from South Korea.
Right. Well, South Korea puts out some generally good stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, the fact that India didn't put RRR forward is why? Why would you not do that?
Because
isn't that the most like?
And the Indian Film Committee is, and RRR is.
You want to win, don't you?
What's that?
Oh no, maybe it couldn't because of the requirements for entry.
No, it was when the Indian committee announced it that it wasn't being part of it. It was a huge stink up. This was a few months
ago. The entry requirements for a film to be considered are really stringent. I mean, it's a woke checklist anyway. Like you have to have disabled people behind the cameras or whatever. Like it's a complete shit show. So maybe they didn't have people like that.
I don't know, because what has happened since then is that Variance Films, the producers of the movie, have done their own Oscar campaign. They've done their own campaign, and the RRR is getting awards left and
right. Okay.
Left and right. New York Film Association, Critics Association. Golden got a couple Golden Globe noms. But this is a joke. The joke starts here with Black Panther Forever, Wakanda. With
makeup and hairstyling.
Right.
I tell you what could be good on this.
Huh.
Elvis. No, for makeup and hairstyling. Elvis. No, I was going to say Crimes of the Future.
I didn't see that one.
I mean, it's not a good film. Like, I wouldn't recommend it. I did a review on it, and I'm like, don't see the appeal. But makeup effects. Is this just makeup? Oh, right. So it's not makeup effects or anything like that then.
Makeup and hairstyling. So the Whale and
Fucking what
Elvis, you
is this
saw an actor.
category? For goodness sake. Someone brushed their hair. Right, give them an Oscar. What?
Well, again, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I mean, how much money did they spend? And it all looked incredibly cheap.
I'm back.
It's just unreal.
I'm back. I'm here.
Hello.
A ridiculous category. This is a joke. Yep. But the Whale, maybe, I guess. They did good. I don't know.
How's the Batman on there, though?
How's Black Panther Wakanda Forever original score? How?
Now, I know Tom's really big into scores. I don't know if you've got to listen to any of these scores this past year, Tom?
Nope. None that I can see there.
I honestly, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio is absolutely amazing. The music, I was about to say
the whole film. That's the one I could probably imagine. But I mean,
but the Woman
Everything
King,
Everywhere All at Once.
She said, Everything Everywhere. It's got great. It does have great. It's very trippy, but for me, again, what is Black Panther Wakanda Forever doing there? What's Avatar doing? I liked Avatar, but I didn't remember the score.
Anyways,
what?
I'm back. Sorry, okay. My lead didn't arrive in time, so and then you got original song. What are the original songs then?
Well, there's actually
Avatar: The Way of Water. Nothing is lost. What the? I don't even remember that song.
Don't remember that one.
Lift Me Up
is a Rihanna song.
Oh, that was terrible.
Terrible. The Chow Papa.
Awful song.
Chow Papa from Pinocchio is incredible. Natu is incredible. You go down, the Top Gun Maverick, incredible. So there's like 3 incredible songs, and and that's it.
Goodness me. Animated short. I don't know what animated short films.
Be right back.
I haven't seen any of those things. Sound. So this is for sound design. Is this what this is for, Tom? Oh, Tom's dead.
Let's see here. What do we got?
It just says sound, so I'm assuming that's sound design.
I haven't seen most of those yet. Top Gun, that might be one of the few categories that gets something in, maybe.
Well, that had good sound design.
Yeah.
That was a very well done sound design stuff. I honestly thought Avatar: The Way of Water sound design wasn't as good as it should have been on IMAX 3D. I didn't feel like I was immersed. I didn't feel like it was around me in terms of the sound. Like I've had better. What Avatar: The Way of Water for sound design? I don't think that should be on there. Do you?
There's a lot of there's a lot of movies here, in my opinion, that have no business being on this thing.
Okay? Yeah, so we're on just sound design now.
Sound design. What do they think? Again, Black Panther. I mean, who sucked who's whatever off to get on this list?
If Kevin Feige's got an enlarged jaw, we know why.
Elvis. Yeah. Everything Everywhere All at Once, incredible. Yes. Pinocchio. Yes. Top Gun. Hell yeah.
So visual effects. Yeah, it's just these are terrible lists.
But the fact that Wakanda is on both of these and RRR
it's on all of them, isn't it? Is it literally on all of them? Please don't tell me it's on every.
It's 3. Well, if you're including song, I think it's 4.
So it's on makeup and hairstyling. So that's 1.
Yep.
Music.
2. Okay. 3,
and then it's
4
on
song. 3.
Yeah. It can't be on these. These are different ones. Then it's on sound.
4,
and then it's
Fuck.
on visual effects.
That's
What
unreal.
the fuck, man?
How
It has no business being on any
I
of these.
miscounted.
Wow.
Ah.
So for visual effects, I mean, visual effects is a very broad. I mean,
think,
Avatar,
Tom,
I
I
guess.
think
I
they're
don't know.
gonna. This is gonna be a thing where they're gonna give Black Panther a shitload of nominations.
Well, no, because how do you justify visual effects Black Panther against
Avatar will win
Avatar?
it.
Hope
That's
so.
the one that Avatar will win.
I mean, even I can say that it should win that out of
Yeah.
the films that are there. 5 Oscars. 5. It's like 5 things on the shortlist.
And that's not even
Oh my
best film,
God.
best actress for Angela Bassett. You got to imagine they're going to get some of those nominations. That's depressing.
I mean, that is so predictable, isn't it?
I mean, but you know, Doctor Strange, Fantastic Beasts. What the fuck are these movies doing on here? This is.
Well, I mean, Doctor Strange, all Marvel movies currently have awful visual effects.
Awful.
Their visual effects have been going down the drain for some time. They are terrible. The visual effects of those films are genuinely bad. And the visual effects in Marvel films currently are so indistinguishable from one another. Like you go into the multiverse, cool,
Yeah.
looked epic when you first went there. Now you go into the quantum realm, it looks the fucking same. You go into Guardians of the Galaxy out of space, it looks the same. They are indistinguishable from one another. That's not good. You have to make it different to make it look like a different place each time. Ah, that's so bad. I didn't watch The Secrets of Dumbledore.
Oh, you know, that's one other thing I wanted to mention, and I am biased a little bit just because I'm such a fan of RRR, but that film, along with Nope and 13 Lives, were done under $75-60 million. These films, their budgets were ridiculous, and they still look like doo-doo. Doo-doo.
Goodness.
Dominion's effects weren't too bad. Like they did do more blending in this movie than they did the last couple with physical practical effects and the CGI, but yeah. It's been a lackluster year for movies in general, period.
Yeah, well,
I'd
this is the thing, isn't it? But
I'd said in my video, as far as RRR, I think they're only probably at the end of the day gonna give it a best song nomination, just so they can have the performance on there, so they can have an international ratings. You know, maybe it'll win, maybe it won't, but it's all pandering to this.
Well, and that's part of my problem with the Oscars. Just part of there's a lot of problems I have with the Oscars that I don't have enough time to get into. But part of my more recent issue is that it's become more international. It's like, what the fuck? All these other countries already have their own Oscars. This is supposed to be the North American Oscars. Why is it becoming invaded by all? And it really pissed me off. When was it Parasite that beat out Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Like, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's the best movie we probably had in a decade, and you're giving that to whatever. It's like,
well, they have categories for it, don't they? So
exactly. I'm like, they already have a category for best foreign film. Yeah.
Yeah, you are right. You are right.
I mean, I see your point, Tom, and I used to be more in disagreement with you, but I'm actually coming around to your argument on that. Because of just obvious, you know, political pandering, and also to the countries themselves, when they have this best foreign category, they don't even deliver their best. They're not even, you know, including their best.
Right.
And then RRR, like I said, their production company on their own made a choice to go and promote it on their own, which you can do. Right. You know,
which arguably, like, I mean, I know this isn't like People's Choice Awards, but that's probably the most popular of the foreign films that came out this year in America, I'm willing to bet.
I mean, let's go back to that. Have you heard of any of those other films?
Fuck no. Other than as far as the foreign films, no, not really.
No.
RRR, and that's just because of you guys. But I mean, still, I did see like ads for it and shit, so I can't say I haven't.
Well, also too, like which of these films, really have a huge audience behind them?
That's what I'm
Wakanda
saying.
Forever?
No, and that's what I'm getting at too, is right. Like, I get you there. Like, that's if you're going to give a foreign film some kind of acknowledgement from the U.S., what film took the U.S. by storm that was foreign film? RRR, right? And I mean the Oscars, and this is another large portion of what I have a problem with. The Oscars used to be different. They used to acknowledge all films from all different categories, not just indie, not just Oscar bait films. They used to, give almost all films some kind of acknowledgement somewhere. Like, a lot of times the editing and the special effects and the sound effects categories, that's where stuff like Star Wars and stuff like that would usually get acknowledged. And the music categories where you get whatever the hottest soundtracks of the year was, that's where a lot of times films that necessarily wouldn't get any notice whatsoever would get some kind of notice. But now it's like, it's almost got to be like, you got to sweep the Oscars. And that started with like, I call it, English Patient Zero, when Weinstein started buying out the Oscars in the 90s. And then when he was dissolved, it started becoming the let's appeal to the foreign and Oscars so white and Oscars need to be more gay and everything else. It's like the newsflash, they already were kind of gay. But hey, like no, back then also they didn't take themselves so fucking seriously. Exactly, Paulie. But that's the thing, is also back in the day, they didn't take themselves so damn seriously. Like, I've showed the clip a few times, and I'm sure you could go out there and find it if you want. There's a great clip that kind of encapsulates what I was talking about. The Oscars kind of almost were like a light roast. Like, it used to be, they would get out there, make fun of themselves a little bit, have a good time. Billy Crystal would poke some fun at people. You'd have a few musical numbers that were kind of exciting. Madonna was one that really blew up at the Oscars. I remember when she did. Prince, when did he show up at the Oscars? Which year?
The 80s.
Was he nominated for Bat Dance or anything like that, or what?
No, he won for
Purple Rain. Did he really?
He performed it too.
Why don't I remember that?
Oh yeah.
Anyhow, see, I'll have to look that one up. But that's the thing. The point is, I was saying this clip I'm talking about, it has Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon. Great comedy couple from the past. They come out to present a couple of awards. They talk about, there's directors who know everything about aperture and the lenses and the camera ins and outs and what type of lighting to use and nothing of the human condition. And you have other directors who don't know anything about the camera, but can, pull the greatest performance out of actors and, our big babies on set and this, making fun of everybody. And then Jack Lemmon, of course, will chime in, is like, and we have all these directors here tonight, so they would be roasting each other. They would have fun with the whole thing. It was like, it was a game, especially like another one of my favorites when Martin Short and Carrie Fisher come out, and Martin Short is wearing the same dress as Carrie Fisher. And of course, the big butt of the joke is like, Carrie's like, you knew I was going to wear this dress, Martin. He's like, yeah, Carrie, you have hundreds of dresses. I have 4. like that's, they would just have fun. It wasn't like this taking ourselves so seriously, going out and having this big, huge speech like Michelle Williams did about,
well, at each point now,
and all that kind of shit.
It's a self-congratulatory circus.
Exactly. It's fucking, and it's turned into exactly what they always accused it of being. And it's like, again, it's like many other things, but sorry, I didn't mean to go on such a long rant.
You're almost shocked when they don't give a speech.
Yeah.
Or they just thank their parents and their other fellow actors.
Yeah. Now now they've got to give you a quick lecture before they pick up their, solid gold fucking statue. Ridiculous.